All rise. The gavel is struck, and for a limited time, the Classic Metal Show is unleashing a rare collection of Judge Aiken merchandise. If you stand with the bold rulings of your favorite metal judge, now is your chance to show it off. From water bottles to t-shirts, these exclusive items won't last long. Get to cmsstore.cmspn.com and claim your Judge Aiken gear before the court is out of session. Court is adjourned.
Hey kids, this is John Corabi from the Dead Daisies, and you, my friends, are watching CMS TV. Turn it up.
Everybody knows Tony except for his camera.
Yeah, I was going to say, what happened? We were all set to go to him, and he's gone. He'll be back in a minute.
He's the signal in Little Italy is maybe failing, or maybe got a phone call or some shit.
Maybe. I don't know. But that is
funny. I
funny.
love talking old radio stories.
I do too, man.
I wish it was the same.
Yeah, it's different now. It's definitely a different thing, but
I mean, it was corporate when I started, but it wasn't like corporate like it is today.
Sure.
I mean, when I started, it was like MMS and that building. It was it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude, the Tower City building, man. I've got a bunch of stories on that myself, man. I had crazy times too. So we'll talk about that in the bonus time. How's that?
There you go.
All right, let's bring Tony on.
Tony Musachio joins us live from, I believe. Let me see if I can bring him up.
I got him.
Hey, there he is.
How are you?
We're good, Tony. How are you, man?
There he is.
All right, perfect. Now you can see me. So
now we
I
got
am
you.
here, guys. I'm here live at Mayfield Road in Murray Hill at Borgata Bar, which Borgata means a suburb in Italy. And the word ghetto also comes from Italian word, which we know what that is. And the hood's right down the street.
Right.
So this is really cool. So this is their logo. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the guy's head is in a three-legged coochie.
All right, go back to that picture, Tony. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
All right, that looks pretty cool. What's it? Is that a pine cone or pineapple? What's that thing that around?
That's, you know what? I'm going to have to find that out, Seth. This is actually the Sicilian flag. So, of course, every flag has colors and stripes and stars. Only the Sicilians can have 3 legs because they cut the one off.
Well, welcome to my world.
Yes. That was a good one. So again, I am here live, and the Feast of the Assumption is starting tomorrow evening at approximately 6 p.m. from Thursday evening, August 15th, to Sunday evening, where they usually have the fireworks, but they have not had them probably for about, 5-6 years. First of all, they became very expensive, and the city didn't want to have it anymore. It was too close to homes. So a funny story, a friend of ours that we golf with Little John, his father used to be in charge. Again, the neighborhood runs this. And
Okay.
of course the church bills these guys a booth charge so they have their restaurant and they serve food and drink inside the restaurant. And then there's a booth outside of the restaurant, and they used to charge whatever, $300, $400, $500 per weekend. Well, now the church charges about $2,000 to $3,000
Wow.
for the restaurant, and of course, those proceeds goes to Holy Rosary Church.
Wow.
So, guess what? Jesus is making money every Feast of the Assumption.
Now, what are some of the good restaurants to check out while we're down there?
So Mia Bella's is a wonderful one. So you can do a sit down in Mia Bella's. You can sit down in Borgata. You can sit down in Garino's, which has a great patio in the back. You can also sit down at Trattoria's and La Dolce Vita. So those are the main staples of Little Italy. And a couple of them, actually, Mama Santa's closes for 2 weeks, and they just clean the restaurant. Those 2 weeks, they literally close the doors because it is a nightmare for their employees. I mean, it's a 4-day fiasco, if you will. Again, it's going to, hopefully it doesn't rain here. It's forecast is raining a couple days, and, they buy all this food and alcohol. And again, it's the weather that permits them to make money, which is, it's like a fair, it's like a festival.
That's weird. I didn't know that because Mama Santa's is one of my favorite places to get pizza. It's one of my all-time go-tos for Little Italy and to get it to go. And I didn't know they closed. Huh?
Yeah. So behind me is the Alta House, which is where they're going to have the bocce ball tournament starting tomorrow night all the way to Sunday morning. It is an entrance fee of anywhere from, they have a couples, they have guys, they have the kids, and every contest there's a cash prize at the end of the championship. So this is really cool. So you can come down to the Feast of the Assumption and you can see this all weekend long playing bocce ball. And it's an art. It truly is an art when it comes to the sport. So, and I did it for years. My mom and dad used to do it. I got into it. It's the only sport besides golf where you can have a cigar and a drink in one hand and throw a ball or hit a ball. It's really cool.
So, Tony, if you were going to find somebody that had never been down there, where would you tell them to eat?
Garino's. So it's
Garino's?
funny you say this. There was a couple here. Oh, my God. So the couple was walking down the street. They're all dressed up, a young couple. They're probably in their early 20s. And you know me, I'm so shy. I went up to them and said, "What are you guys doing?" They said, "Well, actually, we're looking for dinner, but all these places are setting up. The feast is going on. Is there a place open?" Which they are open, just like limited. Because, again, They got to get ready for these 4 days. So I sent them to Garino's. And, Seth, guess where they were from? Richmond, Ohio. Remember the whole Richmond, Ohio thing with Trudisano?
Oh yeah.
So they said we're from Richmond. I said, I know where Richmond is. There's a what
cemetery.
was it? It was a graveyard, cemetery that was by Richmond and Ravenna, but
Seville.
nobody knew Seville. That was it.
Yeah,
knew
Richmond and
actually
Seville.
what city it was in. So you could be dead in the cemetery. You don't know where you're at.
Exactly.
So anyways, Triv did a whole, we did it for hours talking about written, and people were calling in. I know where written is. So anyways, I told a couple, I know where written was. The guy was shocked. It was funny. So anyways, I sent them to Garino's. They ate out in the patio. I told them, try the lasagna. So I just saw them walking up the street right now with it to go. And I said, stop back to the feast. And he thanked me. And
I hope you're on the floor or something. You're not talking to yourself.
no, actually, I'm on a podcast. Say hello.
Hello, everybody.
To Seth Williams.
Seth Williams, how are you? Eddie,
Eddie's actually the fish guy. So all the
we supply all the clams
The clams.
and fish down here. All the calamari.
Cool.
yes.
Nice.
Isn't this cool? So,
Yes.
so he walked by and said, Tony, what's going on? I'm like the mayor down here.
Well,
Just like my friend.
He's the vice mayor. I'm the mayor.
There you go.
Very good.
I'll see you soon. Guys, this is my life in Little Italy. It's so funny. Isn't it cool?
That
Yeah,
is
I
great.
love it.
And again, this wasn't planned. This is how I walk down the street and people say hello and they yell to me. Everybody knows Tony. So, and again, my dad was the same way down here. He grew up on 123rd and Coltman, and this was 100% Italians in the early 1900s. And of course, fast forward, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, of course, Case Western Reserve opened up.
Sure.
And now the people that are Italian still own the homes, and they're renting out their houses to college students.
Where would you tell people to park when they go down there?
Oh, great question. So you can park actually up Mayfield Road. You can park on Coventry area. And my best bet, Seth, is Uber and Lyft.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
take that. And they're only going to bring you so far because security will stop you at the hill, which is that walking down Mayfield Road. So when you walk down Mayfield and then you get to literally the retail district here, which starts the restaurants of Borgata, then it's all walking. The streets are closed, Murray Hill and Mayfield, for 4 days. So tomorrow night, they open again at 6 o'clock. It closes at about midnight. And then tomorrow night, same thing, 5 o'clock to about midnight. Saturday, they open at about noon. So cars will come through here, and then the police just start, blocking it off with,
right?
yeah. And they block it off, this is the funny part, with snow removal trucks. So nobody's driving through here.
Wow. No
Isn't
doubt.
that smart?
I imagine since it's in Little Italy, there's no security problems, correct?
No. And you know what? That's another great question. So, Chris, they actually spend about $50,000 in security in 4 days. Now, that's the city, not including the people that have the restaurants and have their own cops, that are moonlighting here, protecting the money and, of course, the insides of their buildings.
Right.
So, and again, the hardest thing here is it's not hard to find a drink. It's not hard to find a bowl of Cavatels. The only problem is trying to find a bathroom so you can pee behind someone's house and they probably won't even say anything.
It's funny.
Before I leave, obviously, marijuana just became legal a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Recreational marijuana. And recreational marijuana, we've been doing it for 40 years, guys. I mean, it didn't need to become legal. You're going to find it on the streets. Mm-hmm. So now, of course, HR in a lot of businesses and, buildings, they are not happy with this because, of course, they're going to have, it's no different than a kid or, an adult coming in drinking. Well, guess what? They're going to have to limit this. So HR is going to be doing drug tests. And the unfortunate part is with drug tests, you can find anything from a head shop and have it eliminated within a day or two. Of course, unless they do a sneak and they have you do it real quick, you know what I mean? Just a pop-up.
Yeah.
But did you know that a hair frolic can have marijuana for 90 days? One little sliver of your hair, they can find marijuana for 90 days.
Wow.
So guess what? You're going to see a lot of your bald employee co-workers coming in, So raise your bong and go to the bald guys.
Exactly.
I love you guys.
Thanks, Tony.
I'll
right,
talk to
Tony.
you next Wednesday. And if
All
you're
right,
coming down here, please, any friend, and you guys also, please call me. I'll make sure you're getting drinks and food.
All right,
Tony.
sounds good, Tony.
I'll talk to you soon. It's always a
All right,
pleasure.
Tony.
I'll see you. Everybody.
Is he there?
And well, he's gone now.
I'd go
That was
down
fun.
to the feast, but
Yeah,
I don't know if walking that hill over there is necessarily.
Yeah, that's
gonna be
that
something
Murray
to
Hill is
do.
not.
It ain't no
There's a
joke.
reason the word hill is in the street name. Yeah, it'd be great
Or else
though.
it'd be Murray Mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Fat guys like us call it Murray Tower.
Oh boy, well that was good. So
That was
right.
good.
it is time for Minds.
That's right. So
If you're
we'll play
part of the group, go over there. If not, we'll talk to you again on Monday.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks for Tony. And again, if you're going to go to Minds, M-I-N-D-S, we'll be over there shortly.
All right, I'll meet you there in 3 minutes, Seth, as soon as I play the song out.
All right, have a good rest of the week.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.
It's the album that changed everything, Metallica's Black Album. In Cause and Effect, Metallica, author Chris Aiken takes you back to the lead-up, the release, and the shockwaves that followed. Relive the moment that divided fans, reshaped heavy metal, and turned commercial radio on its ear. With insider stories and personal memories from rock critic and radio personality Chris Aiken, This book is a backstage pass to one of rock's most iconic moments. Get your copy now at chrisaiken.net or on Amazon. Don't miss out on this epic journey through heavy metal history.